Over 60? Never eat these 3 vegetables and add these 3 for better joints and legs. Have you ever wondered why your legs feel stiffer, your energy drops faster, or your balance just isn't what it used to be even though you're eating your vegetables and trying to stay healthy? Could it be that some of the healthy veggies on your plate are actually speeding up aging in your joints, your brain, and your legs? It sounds hard to believe, but the truth is, after 60, your body doesn't process certain vegetables the same way. In fact, some common veggies may silently weaken circulation, irritate your gut, raise blood sugar, and even harm the small blood vessels that keep your legs and mind sharp. And here's the worst part: these aren't exotic or rare vegetables. They're likely in your kitchen right now, and millions of seniors eat them weekly without realizing they may be accelerating joint pain, memory loss, or mobility problems. The reason? After age 60, your metabolism slows, inflammation increases, and nutrient absorption drops. That means foods that used to help you may now be silently working against you. You might feel it in subtle ways: morning stiffness in your knees, sore legs after walking short distances, or a fuzzy memory that creeps in more often. Over time, this adds up, and studies confirm the link. One published in the Journal of Gerontology found that certain vegetables were tied to faster declines in both mobility and memory in older adults. But this isn't about fear, it's about fixing the problem. In today's video, I'll show you the 3 vegetables you should avoid right now if you care about strong legs, clear thinking, and long-term independence, and the 3 vegetables you should add to help improve circulation, protect your joints, and stay steady on your feet well into your later years. So if you want to stay mobile, independent, and sharp after 60, stick with me because this information could be a game changer for your everyday health. Before we dive in, tell me where you're watching from. Drop your city or country in the comments below. I love seeing how far our Forever Health 247 family reaches. And if this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss another science-backed tip for living stronger, longer. Now let's take a look at the 3 veggies that may be harming your body and the 3 you should start eating today to feel better tomorrow. We're starting with one of the most misleading, most consumed, and unfortunately, most destructive foods hiding in plain sight: the white potato. Sure, white potatoes taste comforting whether baked, mashed, or fried, but don't let that familiar flavor fool you. Beneath the golden crust or fluffy mash lies a glycemic time bomb. These starchy tubers break down into sugar at lightning speed, flooding your bloodstream and causing sharp spikes, followed by sudden crashes. This sugar roller coaster wreaks havoc on your blood vessels, igniting a firestorm of inflammation that spreads silently throughout your body. And where does this damage strike the hardest? In the tiniest blood vessels, especially those in your feet, legs, and brain. Over time, this constant inflammation slows circulation, interferes with nerve signals, and paves the way for numbness, leg cramps, cold limbs, and even dangerous balance issues. Take Tommy, for example, a 76-year-old retired truck driver. For years, he swore by his nightly bowl of mashed potatoes. "It was the one thing I couldn't give up," he admitted. But then the symptoms crept in: stiff knees every morning, icy feet that never warmed up, and worst of all, a growing fear of falling every time he walked downstairs. At first, he blamed aging. But when we looked closer at his diet, the culprit became clear. Those white potatoes, especially when loaded with butter and cream, were sabotaging his circulation and silently stealing his sense of stability. And it's not just what white potatoes do, it's also what they don't. Their pale flesh is nearly void of antioxidants, the very nutrients your body depends on to fight cell damage and aging. Top them with cheese, sour cream, or bacon bits, and you're adding saturated fat, excess sodium, and even more strain on your heart and blood vessels. But here's the twist: Tommy didn't need a drastic overhaul. He simply swapped his mashed potatoes for steamed broccoli. Within 2 weeks, he noticed the difference. His legs felt stronger, the morning stiffness eased, and he walked with more confidence. This story isn't about giving up comfort food altogether, it's about redefining what comfort really means. True comfort comes from food that supports your body, not silently breaks it down. So the next time you reach for a spoonful of white potatoes, ask yourself, is this helping my legs stay strong, or is it slowly weakening them one bite at a time? And coming up next is a vegetable with a glowing reputation that may actually be irritating your joints and silently frying your nerves from the inside out. It's one that many people eat without a second thought: eggplant. Though often praised for its fiber and versatility, eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, a group of vegetables that includes tomatoes, green bell peppers, and yes, even white potatoes. While these foods might not cause issues for younger folks, something shifts as we age. Our tolerance for these natural compounds decreases, and what was once harmless can become a hidden source of discomfort. The culprit? A chemical called solanina natural toxin plants produce to protect themselves from pests. But inside the human body, solanine acts as a slow, chronic irritant. Where does it strike? Usually in places already under stress: the joints, nerves, and blood vessels. Think of your knees, hips, lower back, and feet, places where seniors often experience the first signs of aging. And this isn't a sudden, sharp pain you can easily identify. It's more like a low, steady burn that wears you down gradually. You might wake up with swollen knees or feel like your legs are dragging, even after a good night's sleep. Going up the stairs starts to feel like a chore, not because your muscles are weak, but because your body feels like it's resisting you. That's solanine working in the background, fueling low-grade inflammation that never quite lets up. What's more troubling is how easily eggplant sneaks onto our plates. Roasted, grilled, stewed, it slips into casseroles, pasta dishes, even dips like baba ganoush. You might not even realize how often it's making an appearance in your meals. But behind that silky texture and mild flavor lies a chemical that could be interfering with how your brain communicates with your body. Solanine has been shown to slow down nerve signals, which can impact reflexes, coordination, and balance. A serious concern for anyone worried about falling. And the effects aren't just physical. When your body doesn't feel reliable, your confidence takes a hit, too. You start avoiding stairs, say no to outings, and gradually pull back from the activities that once brought you joy. But here's the empowering truth: you're not stuck. You don't have to cut out all nightshades forever. But if you're dealing with joint stiffness, nerve tingling, or balance problems, try removing eggplant from your diet for just a few weeks. Many seniors report incredible results: less swelling, easier movement, steadier steps, and even improved mental clarity just from cutting that one food. And you won't be left without options. There are plenty of nutrient-rich, anti-inflammatory vegetables to enjoy: zucchini, carrots, cauliflower, bok choy, and leafy greens like kale or spinach. These foods nourish the body without the hidden side effects. This isn't about fear, it's about making smart, targeted choices that protect your energy, your freedom, and your peace of mind. Take Ruth, 70, for example. She loved eggplant parmesan and ate it almost every week. But after suffering months of unexplained knee pain and wobbly steps, she decided to take a break from nightshades. Within 2 weeks, her joints felt lighter and her balance improved so much that she started walking her dog again, something she had stopped doing out of fear. Her story, like so many others, proves that sometimes the smallest dietary shifts can lead to the biggest life changes. So the next time you're planning your meals, ask yourself, Is this food helping me move freely, or is it silently slowing me down? Choose what supports your strength, clarity, and confidence, because you deserve to feel your best every single day. Next up is another seemingly harmless nightshade that may be quietly undermining your strength: the humble green bell pepper. It's crisp, colorful, and pops up in salads, wraps, and stir-fries. But behind that innocent green skin lies a hidden threat: lectins, natural plant proteins meant to ward off pests. While younger bodies may tolerate them, those of us over 60 may experience unexpected side effects. Lectins can stick to your gut lining like microscopic glue, blocking nutrient absorption, irritating your digestive tract, and creating tiny openings in the intestinal wall. This leaky gut allows particles to slip into your bloodstream, triggering a low-grade, persistent inflammation deep within your joints, nerves, and organs. The symptoms sneak up on you: morning ankle stiffness, a touch of brain fog, or a feeling of imbalance, and it's easy to dismiss them as just getting older. But what if the culprit is lunch? Here's a twist. Green bell peppers are simply unripe versions of red, yellow, and orange peppers. That early harvest means they contain more lectins and fewer beneficial antioxidants than their colorful, ripe cousins. Light cooking barely makes a dent in lectin content, and since most of us eat them raw or lightly sautéed, the risk remains. Consider this test. Eliminate green peppers from your diet for 23 weeks, then tune into how your body responds. Many notice less bloating, sharper balance, and improved clarity, which isn't just coincidence. It's your body giving you feedback. You don't have to give up peppers entirely. Just swap green for ripe red, yellow, or orange bell peppers, which are sweeter, richer in vitamin C and beta-carotene, and much gentler on your system. The bottom line? Don't fear food, but don't blindly trust it either. Learn how it affects you personally, eliminate what drags you down, and embrace the foods that uplift your health, vitality, and independence. Next, let's uncover a vegetable that doesn't just protect your joints and nerves, it actively restores your balance, mental clarity, and confidence. At number 3, carrots. These bright, crunchy vegetables aren't just colorful sides tossed onto your plate. For anyone over 60, carrots are a quiet powerhouse of protection for your vision, coordination, and even your sense of independence. Let's begin with your eyes. As we age, the risk of macular degeneration, a condition where the retina deteriorates, rises dramatically. It sneaks in slowly, making it harder to read, drive, or recognize faces. But carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that your body turns into vitamin A, which is essential for keeping your vision sharp, especially in low light. Research shows that diets rich in beta-carotene can help delay or slow macular decline, helping you see the world more clearly for longer, allowing you to stay active, safe, and self-reliant. But carrots go beyond eyesight. They also protect your nervous system and the delicate microvessels in your legs and feet, areas especially vulnerable to aging, poor circulation, and nerve damage. Why? Because as we get older, oxidative stress attacks from the inside out, damaging nerve pathways and slowing communication between your brain and muscles. This can lead to shakier steps, delayed reflexes, and those unsettling moments where you feel unsure on stairs or curbs. But the antioxidants in carrots help fight that damage, preserving the signals that keep you steady and confident. Take Mr. Howard, 72, who shared that after adding steamed carrots to his dinner every night for just a month, he felt more sure-footed during his morning walks. "I didn't realize how much I was hesitating," he said, "until I stopped needing to." That's the power of nourishing your nerves. There's another bonus: vitamin A also supports your immune system, which tends to weaken with age. A simple bowl of steamed carrots or a handful of raw baby carrots can strengthen your internal defenses, helping your body quietly fight off illness day by day. But preparation matters. Boiling carrots? Not ideal. It causes nutrients to leach into the water. Steaming is better. Even better? Roasting them with a touch of olive oil. The healthy fat helps your body absorb more beta-carotene. Just avoid deep frying or overcooking. Too much heat destroys those vital nutrients. Best of all, carrots are affordable, easy to store, and available year-round. You don't need exotic powders or expensive supplements. Sometimes the smartest superfood has been sitting in your crisper drawer all along. If it surprises you that something as simple as carrots could have such a dramatic effect on your vision, balance, and immune strength, just wait. Because the next vegetable on our list doesn't just support your body, it might be the missing piece your health has been waiting for. Ready? Let's keep going. At number 2, we have broccoli. Yes, broccoli. That humble green veggie that's probably shown up on your plate more times than you can count. But don't let its simplicity fool you. Broccoli isn't just a healthy side, it's a defensive powerhouse for your legs, brain, joints, and heart. What gives it that strength? A remarkable compound called sulforaphane. This isn't your average antioxidant. Sulforaphane is a potent natural activator found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, and it turns on your body's built-in detox and repair systems. It works behind the scenes to reduce inflammation before it spreads, protect nerve cells, relax blood vessels, and combat the oxidative stress that dulls your memory and weakens your muscles over time. Why is that so important? Because inflammation is one of the most destructive forces of aging. It doesn't just cause stiffness or soreness, it's deeply connected to high blood pressure, memory loss, joint degeneration, and persistent fatigue. That's where sulforaphane steps in like a firefighter, cooling the flames from within. And broccoli doesn't stop there. It's also rich in vitamin K, calcium, and fibra trio that strengthens bones, keeps arteries flexible, and promotes smooth digestion. Unlike starchy white potatoes that spike blood sugar and clog circulation, broccoli helps stabilize your system, calm internal chaos, and heal silently where it counts. But perhaps its most surprising superpower is what it does for your brain. Broccoli is packed with folate and antioxidants that sharpen thinking, speed up nerve communication, and reduce brain fog. It's like switching the lights back on in a room you didn't realize had gone dim. In fact, many seniors who regularly include broccoli in their meals report feeling more focused, more coordinated, and even more emotionally balanced. One retired teacher, Mrs. Lorraine, 68, shared that adding broccoli to her lunch 3 times a week gave her clear-headed mornings and steadier steps, something she hadn't felt in years. And it's not just about what broccoli gives you, it's also about what it helps you avoid. Blood sugar crashes, creeping inflammation, poor nutrient absorption, all common issues that quietly drain strength as we age. But here's something many people overlook. How you cook it makes all the difference. Boiling broccoli until it's limp destroys much of its sulforaphane. For the full benefit, lightly steam it or sauté it briefly with a splash of olive oil. This preserves the healing compounds and even boosts absorption thanks to the healthy fats. If you're serious about reclaiming your physical strength, improving your circulation, and keeping your mind razor sharp as the years go by, start with broccoli. But don't stop there. Because while broccoli is undeniably powerful, the next vegetable on our list takes things to an entirely different level. It's not just a food. It's a missing puzzle piece your aging body may be desperately craving. Let's move on. What you're about to discover might completely transform how you look at vegetables, because taking the number 1 spot is spinach. Most of us know spinach is good for us, but once you're over 60, it's not just healthy. It becomes a precision tool against three of aging's most dangerous threats: poor circulation, sluggish brain signals, and weakening muscle coordination. And the secret behind spinach's power? It's packed with natural nitrates, which help open up your blood vessels, allowing oxygen-rich blood to flow freely to your brain and limbs. This single action can lead to sharper reflexes, steadier steps, and smoother movements. Here's why that matters. Many falls in seniors don't happen because the legs are weak, but because the brain can't send the signal to move in time. That delay can cost you. Spinach helps rebuild that essential brain-to-body connection, turning hesitation into swift, confident motion. But the benefits don't stop there. Spinach is also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, powerful antioxidants that protect the macula, the part of your eye responsible for central vision, detail, and depth perception. As macular degeneration creeps in with age, you may notice faces blurring, nighttime driving becoming more dangerous, and your confidence shrinking. But spinach helps you fight back, keeping your vision clearer, your awareness sharper, and your sense of control intact. And there's more. Spinach contains folate to boost mental clarity, magnesium to support muscle strength, and vitamin K to reinforce your bones. That means it's not just helping you walk better, it's helping you think faster, feel brighter, and live more boldly. But here's an important tip: don't boil it until it's mush. That drains out the nutrients your body craves. Instead, try lightly sautéing it in a little olive oil or tossing a handful into a morning smoothie. These methods preserve the antioxidants and even help your body absorb them more effectively. And you don't need to eat a mountain of spinach. Just a small handful a day can make a noticeable difference in your memory, circulation, coordination, and energy. If you're still skeptical, let me tell you about Eleanor, a 68-year-old retired elementary school teacher. A few years ago, she began to notice herself slowing down on certain steps, more stumbles on curbs and sidewalks, vision that blurred by evening, and a growing fear of going out alone. Maybe this is just part of getting older, she thought. But during a routine wellness check, she asked a simple question: is there anything I can do to feel stronger without turning to medication? Instead of a prescription, I gave her something simpler: a daily handful of spinach. No special program, no supplements. Just spinach in her smoothie or lightly cooked at lunch. Within 10 days, Eleanor felt something shift. She stood up from her chair with stability. Her legs felt lighter. Her vision at dusk was noticeably clearer. And for the first time in months, she walked to her neighborhood park by herself and felt safe. That spark of confidence didn't come from a pill. It came from real food, the kind many of us overlook. Now take a moment to really think about what's sitting on your plate, because those vegetables aren't just side dishes or filler. They're either slowly draining your energy or quietly rebuilding your strength, bite by bite, day by day. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Once you realize how food directly impacts your aging body, your balance, your memory, your circulation, you stop eating out of habit and start eating with intention. You don't need miracle pills or trendy diets. What you really need is knowledge, consistency, and a handful of smart, simple choices that build up over time into lasting strength and clarity. I'll never forget my Uncle Henry. He was 72 when he began to struggle with the basics: getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, staying focused during conversations. For years, he thought it was just getting old. But during a family dinner, I noticed he pushed his vegetables to the side, saying they made him feel bloated. That's when we had a heart-to-heart. We made one small change, adding a serving of sautéed spinach or steamed broccoli to his lunch every day. That's it. Within weeks, his legs felt steadier, and his evening brain fog began to lift. Today, he walks daily, reads again, and even helps in the garden because one simple shift brought strength back into his life. So here's my advice: start small, but start today. Swap out one heavy, processed meal for something lighter. Add leafy greens, steam your veggies, sprinkle in pumpkin seeds, or blend them into a smoothie. Focus on nutrients, not just calories. If a food helps your brain fire faster and your legs move with more confidence, it belongs on your plate. And if today's message resonated with you, share this with someone you love. They might need this more than you think. In the comments, I'd love to know which vegetable surprised you the most today. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another tip that could reshape your health, starting with your very next meal.